All right, collective, I'm back. Sorry about that. So we did have some other cards that came out. So let's just look at the first one here. So break free. Like I said, some of you guys are ready to completely break free so that you can start focusing in on your authentic self. I think that is a great thing. I think this is going to call for you to be brave and release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama. And this is the first step to achieving that. Exactly. So maybe you breaking free is also helping you to break free from the drama, right? It's going to allow you to break free from the chaos, from all of those external factors that have kind of kept you stuck, kept you unable to truly focus on yourself. So I think that's an amazing thing. Again, people are not going to understand, but as you can see, we're looking at two butterflies in both of these cards here, you know? So this is kind of you being kind of trapped in those situations where you can't really be yourself, but you know that you're ready to kind of separate yourself from those people, places, and things maybe that are keeping you where you are. And then this is you kind of starting to come out of your shell here with this release. Okay. Boundless possibilities. You're standing at the edge of limitless potential. Don't limit your dreams based on past experiences. Embrace the boundless possibilities that await you. Yes. I think you're ready to explore, collective. After going through life day in and day out, once you've had a family, you've done all the normal things, right? You have gone to school, for those of you who have gone through school, gone to college, you've now gotten married, you have kids, you have a family, you have a spouse, you go to your 9 to 5 job every day. There's always some point in some of our lives where we feel like there should be more, where we feel like we don't want to spend 40 and 50 years doing exactly the same thing. And so it comes a time where you're ready to look at what else is out there. And I think that's, where you are. Yeah. See, I love the confirmations that I always get. Fresh start. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been giving. So, I don't know if some of you guys with this break free, especially with this fresh start, falling under break free. Some of you guys may be going through a separation in order to break free. Maybe you are having to walk away from a relationship that is no longer serving you because you don't have the support that you need in that relationship. And so you are starting over, you're starting fresh, which will allow you to truly, truly start to explore your authenticity. So that's great. Acceptance. You may be disappointed with a recent outcome. Remember, if one door closes, you are being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path. There you go, right? So when you, and I love how it falls under release. So these are really making sense, right? When you break free from a situation that's no longer serving you, it will allow you to have a fresh start. When you release the situation, the next step is to accept. And even though you are disappointed that it didn't work out, because maybe your whole thought about how your life would go was completely different, but now you're at a point where you had to accept what's happening right now at this time. In order to truly get on path, you can't, hold on to resentment. You can't hold on to grudges. You have to truly just accept what's going on, and allow yourself to move on and then find resolution. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. There you go. Your fresh start is confirmed. That will be the resolution that you're looking for, to be able to start over, to be able to begin new, to kind of create the life the way that you want without limitations, without boundaries, without the opinions of others, without other people influencing you on what you need to do, you will now have the power to choose, collective, what direction you want to go in. And again, everybody's situation is different. So kind of finding your path and getting on path is, it's not always, as easy as putting a backpack on your back and walking out the door, especially, when you have other obligations. Again, a lot of you guys have families, you have kids, right? You have jobs that maybe you just can't walk away from right this second. So it's just about figuring out what's going to work best for you. Just make sure you're not stuck in lack. Just make sure you're not stuck in a lack mindset. Let me move this up. I want to make sure you guys can see. Yeah, just make sure you're not stuck in lack, collective. You have all the resources you need to carry you through, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have. It is only ego based fears taking over. Rein them in and don't give up. Right. I feel like there are endless possibilities available to you in this fresh start. However, what's going to happen to some of us, right, is we allow fear, we allow a lack of finances or our feeling of not having enough, right? Being in that mindset of lack to keep us stuck. Don't allow that to stop you from moving towards whatever it is you're working towards, your new beginning. You may have to completely start over and start smaller. You might not have the same, 4 bedroom, 2-story, 2,000 square foot house that you've always had or that you had built in your previous situation. You may have to go back to living in a 1 bedroom apartment by yourself, whatever it takes for you to begin again, because obviously you still have the knowledge, you still have the know-how in order to grow, right? So you haven't forgotten any of that. You still have the same skills. The difference is you don't have any outside influence telling you how to do this. You now have you and you. And whatever you need to do to get through, you can figure out. You are a survivor. It's not like you've never done this before, and just stay encouraged. Enjoy the moment of being able to begin again. Okay, what else? There's a few more here to help you guys during this time. Patience. Yes, be patient with yourself, collective, in this fresh start, right? You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience, it will eventually work out. Yes. So, again, especially when you're starting fresh, again, you may have to move out of, a bigger house into a smaller place. Do whatever it is you got to do to get yourself through, and be patient with yourself. Be patient in the situation because you really want to be enjoying the journey. This situation is going to be different for all of you guys, right? So, and I completely understand that. But the message is to just give yourself some grace, give yourself time. It's not going to happen fast, especially when you're starting on a new path, on a new journey. It's something that you've never done before, maybe, right? Some of you guys could have been in relationships your whole life and now going into being single for the first time in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, right? So be patient with yourself, regardless of the situation. Appreciate the fresh start that you have. Appreciate the fact that you are now going to be able to make whatever decision you want to make for yourself. Okay, let's get one more and then I'll pull an oracle. Oh, that flew out. Reach out. You've isolated yourself and are trying to do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for help. So reach out to ask for support at this time. Yeah, you guys, when you guys are starting over again, you may feel a sense of lack. And again, that's normal, but don't allow it to hinder you from continuing on your path. And just know that you're supported. Don't be afraid to reach out to find the support that you need to help you get through. Don't have too much pride. Don't let your ego, fear of judgment, or anything like that prevent you from reaching out to find the support that you need through this journey. Okay? Yeah, don't let that stop you. All right, you guys, I'm going to pull your intuitive whisper oracle. Sorry for that interruption earlier, but I pray the message is resonating for you. If you are still here, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your support. Let me know that you did like the message. Hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, follow me. Love to have you here with us. I always love being a voice of encouragement, to be able to give you guys some advice, a little bit of wisdom, as we deal with these everyday life situations. We're all unique in how we deal with them, what our individual situations are, maybe the order we have to make choices, but a lot of our experiences, the emotions that we feel, as we're going through the situations, a lot of the times are very similar. So you are never alone, collective. You're never alone in your journey. Number 41, move through your fear. I love when the cards give me extra confirmations. Beautiful. 41 may be significant for somebody. I could be talking to someone who is 41 going through this right now. The number 5 also is significant, which number 5 pertains to change. So very significant for this message, because you are definitely going through change at this time. This could be your current situation, or this could be something that you're contemplating. Okay, so just flip it where it goes, but hopefully it's useful. But you move through your fear, collective. What if just on the other side of your fear was your biggest opportunity or breakthrough? Whether you are on your healing journey or moving towards something new in your life, fear may be raising its head and stopping you in your tracks. Often, that fear comes in the form of negative thoughts and beliefs, but don't let the fear win. There may have been a time in your life when fear was a helpful protection, but right now, it may be stopping you on your path to success. The way to move past fear is not to ignore it or pretend it isn't there, but instead to identify it, feel it, and notice what thoughts and feelings arise. Move through it rather than around it. Yeah, don't ignore the feelings, right? Don't ignore what you're feeling. Always feel through your emotions so that you can process them, so that you can understand why you're feeling that way, what's triggering, those negative thoughts. But you should ask yourself, where is fear showing up in my life? What is that fear holding me back from achieving? That's where you start. That's where you can start to recognize, and then you can start to reprogram and reevaluate that thought into something more positive. You don't want the fear to allow you to not be able to achieve your goal. So don't. But again, recognize it, feel through it, understand it, but don't dwell in it. Beautiful. All right. Move through your fear, you guys. And that's what I have for you. I pray that this was able to bring you some food for thought. Again, if the message resonated, I would love for you to join the tribe, join the fam, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell and hit all so that you are always aware when I do post my new videos. But until next time, you guys, bye. And P.S., you got this.